Well, here at the Western Minnesota Steam Threshers reunion, we got a 445 Minneapolis Moline. It's a universal. Looks to be fairly original. Got a homemade extra step there. Like all of them, it leaks a little oil. Still has the generator. The tack drive is there. Judging by the seat brackets, I'm not sure if it had original hydraulics or if somebody added their own on. You can see there's an aftermarket valve there and an aftermarket tank. That's not original. There's the gauge set. Like usual, the needles are not in very good shape. It was a pretty nice tractor when they were brand new, but it seemed like a lot of these got rode hard and put away wet. The front emblem is in nice shape. The hood has had some repairs here. It doesn't appear to have the, if I can focus here, the latch. But it's fairly original. It's got nice paint. It's still, you can tell where most of the stickers were. There was one there, probably for the amplitorque. It still has the, I can see the spring in there for the shifter, so that's good. Yeah, very nice inner workflows. It has the original, it has an original style oil or hydraulic pump on it. So I don't know if something maybe happened to the original hydraulic setup and they put this on, or if this was originally a hydraulic delete and somebody found a pump and then cobbled the rest together. It has the battery on the opposite side. Normally it's where the hydraulic control is on this one. It's got the seat brackets like it never had hydraulics, and they look to be original seat brackets. They're not, they don't look homemade. The fenders are in decent shape. The wheels are in shape. No hole there for now, at least. Swing plate has had some work done on it. That PTO shield is not original. Or no, that might be original, but it's mangled anyways. Very nice one. Little addendum to the D-dendum. I managed to talk to the owner of this fine specimen, and he said this originally was a hydraulic delete tractor. So it was just strictly a drawbar tractor from the factory, but he managed to find a right, proper, and correct hydraulic pump, and then he managed to cobble together a tank and a valve. He said he needed to put it on when he was pulling the grain drill with it. So there you go. Now we know. Always good to see these tractors when they're at least decently straight. little welding going on there. I noticed it after I finished the video yesterday. But like I said, a lot of these tractors, they got used hard, put away wet. Parts got scarce quick because low production and the white takeover. So there you go. Nice little lineup of Minneapolis tractors. We got a post-merger Twin City JT, and let's see, that looks like another JT but a standard. Yeah, I think so. It looks like about the same engine. Again, another post-merger because it's got the MM on the grill there, or radiator top, I suppose would be more accurate. And then looks like a nice little R, standard front end, and the ZTS, I suppose it would, I think it would be with that front axle. Yeah, ZTS because it's not adjustable. And a ZTU, the U refers to the narrow front, very nice. And the ZBE, because it's got an adjustable wide front, pretty original looking one. And a U, let's see. No, that wouldn't. A UTU, maybe. I don't remember what the middle initial would be on one that looks quite this new. But it's a very nice one. It's got the narrow front, so it would be a U something U anyways. Very nice lineup at Rollag, Minnesota, Western Minnesota Steam Threshers Reunion. Couple of nice Minneapolis tractors here. This G706. Pretty nice, fairly original looking tractor. Good rubber on it. And a more rare tractor, a G708. Only made for about 1 year. Kind of as a stopgap between the 705, 706 and the G1000s. You can see it's got the same front grille as the G1000 versus the 706 having the earlier style, what they call a low band. This one will be a high band. Where the Minneapolis Moline is, it should be white. But somebody's done a little repainting on this one at some point in its life. But good rubber on this one too. The dual headlights are a dead giveaway as long as the fenders are original, whether it's a 706 or 708. That and the grill. So both diesels, very nice tractors. Couple of pretty rare Minneapolis Moline pre-merger tractors. Twin City 40 and a Twin City 60 over here. Pretty rare tractors. I'm sure there weren't a lot of them built, and these are two really nice examples. Big grill, almost looks like a steam engine. Or, well, that's really the radiator, but 6-cylinder power. And here's another big pre-merger Minneapolis tractor. Another prairie tractor. Nicely restored. I believe it was a few years ago that they put that plaque on there, so it's well over 100 years old now. But I don't remember how long ago it was that they put that on there. This is a pretty old tractor. I'm guessing it's close to 110, 115 years old now. But it's been very well taken care of. So, nice. Here we got another nice lineup of Minneapolis tractors. Got a ZAU here. And a U Universal. Let's just call it that, because I don't remember if it's a UTU or which other variants. I forget. I'm sorry, that's terrible of me. And a ZTU. And we got a lawn and garden tractor. These are made by Jacobson for Minneapolis. A 38U. These were pretty rare because these are the only ones that have the red. They only used the red grill for a few years, and then they went to the yellow grill. They continued on with the red grill on the Z's till 48, I believe, and the R always had a red grill. This is a pretty nice, straight looking tractor, well taken care of. Here we got another ZAU. Another U over here with an adjustable wide front, maybe a Schwartz. Let's take a look here. I see a tag. Okay, I've never heard of that style before, but it's aftermarket. Oh, there you can see the original narrow front is still on there for the steering. So otherwise, it's a nice straight tractor. Another ZAU. A BF. This was a tractor that Minneapolis acquired by purchasing the Avery Company. Pretty decent little tractors. Short-lived though, at least in Moline yellow anyways. It didn't, the purchase of the company didn't quite work out how Moline would have liked. Here's a nice big G. Very nice looking tractors, all of them. So yeah, oodles and oodles of good looking tractors to see over here. Even if you're not into the yellow ones, there's just about one of everything to see here, as far as colors go anyways. And here's another pretty rare Minneapolis Moline. It's not actually a Minneapolis Moline, but in fact I believe 1655, possibly a 1650 Oliver with a Moline grill and a yellow paint job on it. It's a very nice looking tractor. There weren't a lot of these made. They were made kind of just for a short while when White was still figuring out how they were going to merge the three companies together, Minneapolis, Cockshut, and Oliver. Cockshut was kind of the easy one to do. They just quit building tractors and started painting Oliver's red. But this is a very nice tractor. You can see the serial tag there. It says White Farm Equipment. You know, even though this is not a true Minneapolis Moline, these Olivers were pretty nice tractors for their time. This one appears to be a diesel. So, yeah, that's a pretty nice tractor that somebody's done a lot of work to. It doesn't look like original paint, but it's very well taken care of. And here's a nicely restored GTS. The reason most Minneapolis tractors have 3 letters for their designation is G is basically the size of the tractor. The T indicates which series, because you would have had a GTS and later on you would have had a GB series tractor. The S stands for standard front end. That's true for most all of them. If you had a UTS or a GTS or a ZTS, or I suppose an RTS even, but this is a nicely restored one. I don't think they used the red grill very long on the G's, just like the U's. They didn't last as long as the yellow grill. But very nice tractor. It's kind of a Minneapolis only spot here at Western Minnesota Steam Threshers Union. Had a couple G705s, Moline corn picker. Looks like maybe a UTS. Corn crib, Minneapolis combine. Another U over there. And a corn sheller. And another U. I got 2 U's over here. Let's see if we can find, whoops, oh, tight squeeze. If we can find maybe what model this is. I'm guessing it possibly an E. Okay, there's a Minneapolis hammer mill or something. There's a pair of U's here. But that's cool. Yeah, I guess I don't see a serial plate on this thing. If I find it, I'll make a small clip of it. But yeah, lots of nice Minneapolis stuff. SP-168 combine.
We're in 9,500 pound class. You can line up. We're going to be pulling on the truck. The 9,500, head down there and get ready to go nuts. Okay, Blair, he's a good puller. There's no doubt about it. That's right for him. I don't mind. Slice that thing up, put it on your Wheaties in the morning. Okay, 228 feet, 0.9. Nice pull, Blair. Roman numerals, I'd say that's a GB1, but I think it's actually a G6. Here's the Romans do, right? Yeah, he pulled real nice. I'm going to give you a name on him. Brad Olson. And it's not a Minneapolis, Minnesota. No, it's a Minneapolis tractor. He is from, well, we're not sure, but we sure appreciate him coming out. He says he's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Oh. Minnesota, picked it up at the factory down there, I hear, and nonetheless, he's heading home tonight. That's pretty great of him. All that big old heavy iron up here, and things get busy. We appreciate him making the trip. Okay, we got on yellow. We got John Deere coming.
John Deere.
Okay, we got a John Deere 70 coming up on our truck skid. Dustin Ross, Lowry, Minnesota. It's Minnesota. Come on, crazy. That's a pretty good haul for him to come up here too. We got Chris Sander on his G705 Moline. Again, this is a 10,500 pound class. We got about 5 tractors total in this class. Yeah. Doing a little skater patrol like that. Look there. Found a new lung in that baby. Going real nice, got those tires weighted off just perfect. Nice job. Chris, 178.8.
Oh, look at that! Michael, you just got your butt spanked, buddy. You just got it spanked, and you were even heavier. What do you think about that?
Wrong
Hey,
here, probably.
Michael, you still need to listen to your brother, Chris. When he told you, do not put that chrome stack on, you're gonna lose, you should have listened to him. I don't want to give him any more crap. He still did all right. Let's give a round of applause. 120 feet, Chris got 120 feet.
Here's another 445 at the Western Minnesota Steam Threshers Reunion. It's got some kind of a homemade grill or grill out of something. It's a universal, or well, it appears to be universal. It's got a wide front on it. It's had some work done on it. I see some yellow paint on it, so it's probably original. Extra step on there. It looks like it's got the early hydraulics on there. It looks like the early hydraulic filter. So this one should be a 56. If I remember correctly, they only used that style hydraulic unit for 1 year. It's got a seat off of something. Looks fairly comfortable. This one has power steering. It looks, other than a couple of things, it looks to be fairly original. The wheels aren't completely rotted out, like a lot of them. It's had some work done on the 3-point arms. That's a decent way to get it tuned up anyways. It's got dual remotes set up there. Let's see. It's got levers, but I only see hoses for one. I'm sure the hydraulics probably don't get used a ton anymore on this tractor. I hope you can see that. This gauge cluster there. Looks halfway decent anyways. That's a pretty common issue to have the factory latch broke on here. I see somebody's done some work on the side panel too here for some reason. Yep. The corners have been worked on the hood there. Okay, it's got some okay, yeah, it does have two. Okay, I didn't notice that one, or the upper one there. So it does have two on there, all set up. This rim looks pretty good too. That seat looks to be fairly comfortable. Not quite standard muffler on it, but whatever it takes to make it work. Here's the serial. It's a B1. So maybe better picture that way. That way, try and get all the numbers in there. But oh yeah, this one's got the spring in there for the shifter. Mine doesn't. But I think mine I think had a really hard life for a long time. Either that or somebody started parting it out and then put it back together to get it to where they could sell it or something. But there's one more 445 for the scrapbook.